The applicable tax return for an individual earning purely compensation income is the BIR Form 1700, the latest version of which was released only in January. The revised form now has 4 pages and divided into 5 parts. Parts 1 to 3 are on page 1. This provides an overview about yourself and your tax liability for the year. Part 1 is all about you and your spouse. Please note that there are certain critical information that you need to provide on this page, but which you may not readily have. First is your Philippine Tax Identification Number or your TIN, which can be found on your TIN card. Second is the Revenue District Office Code or the RDO code. This can be found in your application for registration. Otherwise, this can be verified directly with the BIR Taxpayer Assistance Division. Part 2 is a summary of your final tax liability and tax credits for the year. The entries for this portion should be lifted from the computation of your tax liability on Part 4. Thus, ideally, you need to accomplish Part 4 first before you complete Part 2. Part 3 details your tax payment. That is, the amount of tax that you need to pay upon filing of your return and the mode by which you intend to settle the same. Part 4 is on page 2 and details the computation of your tax liability. Therefore, you need to summarize all your earnings during the calendar year. You would normally refer to your payslips for this. Items 1 to 4 provide a summary of your gross compensation income for the year and corresponding taxes withheld by your employer. Items 5 to 28 provide a detailed computation of your tax liability. Make sure that you take advantage of the allowable deductions and exclusions for employees, such as the following: 30,000 pesos exemption for 13th month pay, bonuses, and other benefits. Mandatory contributions to SSS, PhilHealth, and Pag-ibig. De minimis benefits. The sum of these items, if applicable to you, should be indicated on item 5. Further, as an individual taxpayer, you are eligible to claim a basic personal exemption of 50,000 pesos. And if you have qualified dependent children, an additional exemption of 25,000 pesos for each of your dependent children, up to a maximum of 4. The applicable amount should be indicated on items 8 to 9. For your tax credits, you have to refer to your BIR Form 2316 that will be issued to you by your Philippine employer. This amount will reduce your total Philippine income tax liability and any difference between your total tax liability and your withholding taxes is your remaining tax payable. Part 5 is on page 3 and is intended for your supplemental information. This shows, among others, your Philippine source passive income such as interests, dividends, capital gains, which are either subject to federal withholding tax or tax exempt. As such, this portion is for information purposes only, and no additional tax liability is expected to arise under this section. The supplemental information was intended to be mandatory when it was first introduced in 2011. However, the BIR has since then made compliance optional. Page 4 is an extension of Part 5. On this page, you can indicate your current address, if different from your registered address on page 1. Further, this page holds the details for your qualified dependents. Before proceeding, here are some final reminders about the new Form 1700. You need to indicate your TIN and your surname on all 4 pages. When indicating the details of your tax liability, you should now drop the centavos if the amount of centavos is 49 or less. If the centavos are 50 or more, round up to the next peso. Please do not forget to affix your signature on page 1. You also need to indicate the details of any government ID issued to you. So there you go. We hope these are helpful.